making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah. Things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah.
Hi everybody, it's Jenna from Jenna Stitches. Today is Thursday, April 6th, and that makes it Things We're Making Thursday. The little jingle at the beginning of the video was made by Jess from J-Hook Magic, who is part of this collab. She and everybody else involved will be linked down below. Now, just to preface that, some of the channels that are linked down below have joined us before and no longer are, or just not currently making this month. Some channels are just new this month, so I definitely encourage everybody to go check out every single one of the channels, whether they have Things We're Making Thursday videos or not. But that is the list of everybody who said they wanted to join us. Now, with Things We're Making Thursday, if you're not familiar, definitely go check out all my other videos. We've been doing this since the first Thursday in January, so there's plenty of other videos to go check out. And I explain what it is in every single video, but I do have a playlist for my videos. But we pick a free pattern each month, as you've seen in the little jingle by Jess and her husband, and we work on it together. Now, there's no set time frames of anything, like you just work on it throughout the month. No set color patterns or anything. If you want to follow the pattern, I meant to say palette, not pattern, color palette. If you want to follow the pattern, and you can, go right ahead. If you want to, you know, go off the ball and create something completely different, color-wise, go right ahead. We're just all working on the same pattern and same project. Sorry, it's really early in the morning still. And taking that sip of coffee really made me lose my train of thought. What was I saying? Well, completely unrelated, because I can't remember what I was talking about, so maybe I'll remember by the time I say this. I think something's wrong with me, guys. So my husband took me to Hobby Lobby over the weekend because my birthday is actually tomorrow, but he has to work tomorrow and all weekend. So he took me last weekend, and I didn't want anything. And then he's like, well, let's go to Michael's. I'm like, I don't really want to go to Michael's. Like, I know their yarn selection, and there was nothing that was like, oh yeah, let me go get that. And then he's like, okay, Joann's. And I'm like, no. I just did not want any yarn. I mean, I have plenty, but I always want more. And I don't know, there was nothing at either Joann's or Michael's that I could even think of that I was like, yeah, let's go grab that. And then Hobby Lobby, we at least stopped and I looked, and you know, there was a few things that I wanted, I guess, but I was like, do I really need it? No. Doesn't matter because it's my birthday and he's taking me shopping. No. So I guess if I wanted, I should have got it. But I don't know. At that moment in time, like, no, there's nothing I really want here. But I am going to go back probably this weekend or Monday, because we got to go out that way, and grab 2 colors of I Love This Yarn. But yeah. Did I remember what I was trying to say before that? No. Things We're Making Thursday. Collab, year long. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we are doing this all year. And I know I did say that we have been working on it since January of this year. And each month we just choose a free pattern. Month 1, which would have been January, I don't know why I said month 1, was a blanket. It was a corner-to-corner graphic blanket. Month 2 was a basket. They call it a container in the pattern, but it's a basket. It's right there. It was called It's a Hoot Owl Container. And then month 3, which was last month, March, was pillows. And I have one of them. Well, actually, they're both right here. I just can't reach the other one. Here's one of my pillows that we made for March. And January, February, March, we picked patterns from Yarnspirations. Again, we try to always, well, we're going to always pick free patterns if you choose to buy a paid version. If there is one, you're more than welcome to. Words are escaping me today also. But as I said, it is really early in the morning. I had to clock in for work in a couple minutes. So if you see me doing that, This month, the pattern is not from Yarn Inspirations, but it is a free pattern on the creator's blog. Now, I'll explain the pattern in a minute, so I can't remember her name off the top of my head. My laptop's sitting right in front of me with the pattern. Hold on. You can go to Caitlin'sContagiousCreations.com, and the creator is Caitlin Jenkins. So she does have a free version of the pattern on her blog. I know a lot of people are just choosing to go by that and not print it out because there is ads in it, so you'll have to scroll past ads. And I know there's actually quite a few people who purchased it. I believe from what I've heard, it's $3 on either Etsy or Ravelry. I went with free because, you know, that was kind of the point of the collab, is that we all work on something free. We don't want anybody to feel like they can't be included because they can't afford to purchase a pattern. So I went with the free version, and I just cut and copied and pasted it all into a Word document and printed it. So this is what we're working on. It's called the Greek Goddess Wrap crochet pattern, and there is a picture of it. And I really shortened mine. I think if you were to print it, even if you purchase it, it's like 7 pages long. I cut out all the pictures and everything, and a lot of the like preface part of the patterns where it's like, for these stitches this means this, and I cut all that out, and I just actually took the pattern part of it. I do still have it saved to my computer. So if I need to look at any of that stuff, I'll just go back and do that. But as far as like printing the pattern out, I just needed the instructions parts. So, if you want to join us and you have a channel, you are more than welcome to. Just email one of us. There's like 17 people in the group now. So email any one of us and let us know that you want to join in. Everybody, that person will let everybody else know, and we'll get you added to our email chain and get you added to our videos so that people can watch your videos. If you don't have a channel and you want to join in and you have Facebook, I did create a Facebook group where everybody can go and share their work. We have so many people on there that don't have YouTube channels that post their progress every week, which is so awesome. So you are more than welcome to do that. And if you don't use either of those things, then send us an email with a picture in it and we can add it to our videos. So anybody who wants to join in is more than welcome to. And just because we are technically the first Thursday of April, you have plenty of time to join us and catch up, or even if you don't join till the end of the month, that's fine too. So with this pattern, I am very all over the place this morning. I know that's pretty normal for me, but I feel it. Like I feel like I'm going from one place to the other to the next. And one second. So with this pattern, it does call for 2 balls or 2 cakes of the Lion Brand Woolies. Now I know Lion Brand does still make Woolies, but it's like a bulky yarn. This pattern calls for a DK weight yarn, and the DK weight version of Lion Brand Woolies is discontinued, but you can really use any DK weight out there, or any yarn you want to, honestly, because there is no gauge in the pattern. It's just make it as big as you want. She does tell you the gauge she uses if you want to make it exactly like her wrap, but it's very customizable to your own body too. Like if you're bigger than the model in the picture, you might want to make yours a little bit longer. If you're smaller, you might want to make it a little bit shorter. You might not want it as wide. So it's very customizable. And you could use any yarn because of that, because you can just follow the stitch work rather than the exact, you know, stitch count of the pattern and everything. So Lion Brand Woolies is discontinued, but you need 1,180 yards of a DK weight yarn if you choose to use a DK weight. Now I did, mine needs to work this morning. Lion Brand mandalas are identical in yardage that the Woolies was. So if you want to use Lion Brand mandalas, those are a 3 weight, and they have, if you get 2, 1,180 yards in it. The Lion Brand mandala bonus bundles are 1,180 yards. They actually might be 1,181. So you could definitely interchange both of those and still be very close, if not identical, to the pattern, because they're pretty much the same yarn, except the woolies had wool in it where the mandalas don't. The baby mandalas I do believe have less yardage, but the regular, just standard mandalas are pretty much identical to the woolies ones. So if you want to join in and you're a little iffy about that, and you want to stick to what the pattern says, mandalas, you can get them at Walmart, you can get them at Joann's. Pretty much identical yarn to the woolies, except they don't have wool in them. I went with a mandala bonus bundle, and I, along the way, since I showed this last week, lost my label. If it was even on there last week, I don't remember, but I'm using this one. And this is in the colorway Sasquatch, I believe. I know it is. I don't know why I'm questioning that, but here it is. And I did start the wrap, and I got one whole repeat done. So with the pattern, it is a, oh, I need to put a stitch marker in there. I just lost a bunch of stitches. Thankfully, I had an extra one sitting right next to me. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An 8-row repeat. So I did one full repeat. So the rest of the pattern is just going to be a repeat. And what I was kind of thinking, because it says to repeat it 5 more times, so it would be a total of 6. Ooh, dropped my pattern. A total of 6 repeats. I did one full already, and we have, what, 3 more Thursdays left, because today's the first one. So if I get 2 repeats done next week, 2 the week after, and 2 the week after that, it will be done at the end of April. So that's kind of my plan. And here, I can't get the whole thing in frame, is what it's looking like so far, though. But it is a repeat with rows as well as your design. So just showing you this little section shows you the whole design, and it's backwards. So here it is so far. Got some really, really cool stitches in here. I know a lot of people were saying these were brand new stitches to them. So if you are interested to join in and you need help, definitely go to that Facebook page. We are more than happy to help you, or send any of us an email. I know in our email chain, I've been helping some people out with the pattern and stuff. Some of these stitches were new to me too, but honestly, for me, they were pretty easy, but I think it's very, very pretty so far. And with the way my cake was, it's almost looking color controlled. It's actually upside down. I started on this pinkish color. So I did start with like the darker pink, and it changed to the lighter pink somewhere like right around that second row right there. You can see it stops with the darker right here and changes to the light pink, but it's such a subtle change that it didn't really like matter, because I do plan on color controlling and not having my yarn stop in the middle of the row, but I wasn't gonna cut and rip all that out for those 6 stitches right there where it changed to the orange. I don't think it's that noticeable. So as far as the rest of it, if it's like mid-row or anything, I will color control, but with that, I didn't think it was too noticeable. But again, I can't get the whole thing in frame, but it does go past my fingertips on both sides. I'd say about 2 inches on both sides. So honestly, for me, I don't know. I haven't even really tried it on. I know there's not much to it yet, but oh, it's plenty big enough. So if you're new to my channel, or I just really haven't talked about this in a while, so you might not know, even if you're not new, I did have weight loss surgery back in July, so it hasn't even been a full year yet. And so far I've lost 120 pounds. Where was I going with that? Remind me not to film in the mornings, because I have no memory in the mornings, worse than in the afternoons. Oh, sometimes, most of the time, honestly, I still feel like I was as big as I was. And I'm not shy about it. I started the journey at 373 pounds. I'm down to 253. So exactly 120 pounds that I've lost. And with a lot of things I've noticed where I was like, that's not gonna fit around me. Oh, it fits fine. Or, in dressing room the other day when I went out shopping with my husband for my birthday, I tried on a 1X and I was like, there's no way this is going to fit me. It fit me fine. Or the biggest thing that came up was in a restaurant that was very crowded. And I was like, how am I going to squeeze myself through these tables to get out without bumping into anything? Because, as a larger person, sometimes that's thoughts that go through your head. The spaces between the tables were like this big and I'm like this big. I don't want to accidentally bump into the table and spill somebody's drink or anything. And then, as I was thinking it at the restaurant, I was like, I don't have to worry about that. So, I don't know, sidetrack that, but I definitely was like, that's not going to fit around me. And then I was like, oh, it fits fine. So, I'm very excited about this pattern. I have had this pattern saved, and I said this in the last video, but I have had this pattern saved on my internet browser for years, probably more than 2, I would say. When did she write the pattern? In 2019. So I'm sure I've had it since around then. That sounds about right. And I look at it all the time. Probably once a month or so, I do go through all the saved patterns I have, because the ones that I save onto my internet browser and not actually save them onto my computer are ones like this one where it's on a blog, and you would have to cut and paste it to print it. So until I'm ready to work on them, I just pin them or bookmark them, that's the word I was looking for, to my internet browser. And every once in a while I do go back through it and look at them again, because our taste change. Mine does all the time. There'll be a pattern that I love today and then tomorrow I'll be like, ew, what was I thinking? Not anything that's crochet related is but not my taste, to be honest. So I do go through them a lot and take away patterns that I'm like, I might like it, but I'm never going to work on it. Or what was I thinking? What, I would never want to work on that. So this pattern though, about once a month, like I said, I go through and do that. I'm always like, oh, I need to make that. I need to make it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. So when we were trying to figure out what patterns we were going to work on this month, it was on my list that I sent. So I'm glad that we chose it. I'm glad that I'm finally working on it after all this time of having it saved. And I'm really excited to see it finished and be able to wear it. So that is my Things We're Making Thursday video. I do apologize for being so all over the place. It is currently 7:36 in the morning though. Yeah, if you want to join us, join us. I would really, really love anybody to join us. Definitely, again, Facebook group is the best way to do that. But if you don't have Facebook, you can always email any of us and we'll add the pictures to our videos. What I really love about this collab is not only have I met some absolutely fantastic people who I probably wouldn't have without this, for 2 months now, last month and this month's pattern, the yarn that is suggested in the pattern is discontinued. So everybody's having to find different yarns to make the patterns with, so nobody can make the actual pattern that's in the picture. Well, the pattern, yes. The colorway, no, is what I meant. So it's really cool to see everybody's creativity coming out, because I know for myself so far, I have not followed the colors recommended in any of the patterns. I would say January was probably the closest, but I did change up my colors a little bit. And then last month, both my yarns were different weights than the pattern called for, and I kind of just followed the pattern but did my own thing. This month, it's very similar except the color, obviously, but I really love seeing everybody else's creativity come to life and seeing how, this is what I chose, but let's go see what this person chose and that person, how theirs is going to come out. And it's so much fun. So that is all I got for you guys today. I hope everybody is having a great day. I hope everybody had a great week so far and has a great weekend coming up. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.